to conditioning and core. So for this workout, you don't need to have any weights. If you do have 1 or 2 weights, you could use it for 1 or 2 of the exercises that we're going to do for the core work. You can also use it for the squats, but I'm going to give you lots of variations without the weights for it. You'll need a timer if you don't want to keep rewinding this, right? And a piece of paper maybe to write everything down. And we're going to work through 8 exercises 6 times. You're going to do 30 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. So this is a conditioning that's going to kind of keep that heart rate up and keep you moving through the workout. And then, like I said, 8 exercises, and I'd like you to try to aim for 6 times to go through the whole thing, okay? So let's talk about the workout that we're going to do. You'll need, like I said, a timer, towel, water, and definitely a mat, because we're going to be down on the ground for a few of these items that we're going to do, a few of these workouts that we're going to do. So squats, variations, there's tons of them. You guys can do whatever you want. If you want to do a prisoner style squat, having those fingertips behind the head. If you have weight, you want to do double weights, you want to do a goblet squat, you want to do a sumo squat, you want to do a jump squat, you want to do a hold squat. I don't care what you do as long as it's a squat for 30 seconds of work, okay? I'm going to demo it with that prisoner squat, so it's having my fingers lightly behind my head, coming down to that nice squat, and then a big press all the way up. Really thinking about lowering down into your squat, keeping the glutes engaged as much as we can. Once we hit that bottom, pressing up through the glutes to lift your weight back up, coming up to that nice tall stand, that little tuck of the hips when we come to the top. So for 6 rounds, you can do multiple different kinds of squats if you want to. You can switch it up every time or stick with your favorites, okay? Then we're going to go for a plank, just a basic plank. That's all I want you to hold. So we're going down onto the forearms, okay? We want to make sure that we're not back on those elbows and back on those shoulders. We want to pull ourselves forward. We want to think about drawing with that belly button. If we're from the knees because we're just learning or we're not quite there, that's great. Just having that hold here. If you can come up onto those toes, a bit of a wider base for a bit more support. You can bring those feet in for a little bit less support and just really staying strong right here, holding this nice plank. The whole body is nice and tight, but really think about drawing up from that belly to take it out of the shoulders and up, okay? Then from there, we're going to roll over and we're going to come into a Russian twist. So with our Russian twist, something I want you to think about is you do not have to go big and heavy if you have a weight. In fact, you can actually hurt yourself a little bit more. And I find people struggle if they're trying to lift this big, massive weight. So think less is more here. Bringing those legs in tight together, squeezing the knees tight together. We want to draw the belly in, tighten up through that center. We're going to hinge back, keeping this nice and tight. Weighted, you could bring your weight down. You're going to think about drawing in from the oblique and pulling that belly button in towards the center of the body when you come up through. So you're going to pull the weight back through. Coming down to the other side, pull the weight back through. No weight, still just as effective, right? Coming down, pulling yourself back through to the center, pulling back through to the center. If you don't feel it in the hip flexors, if you've got that strong core, you can try lifting those legs too. But we might start to feel it here because we've let go here. So keep those heels on the ground, okay? And then you're going to go into jumping jacks. So we're going to come up, a little bit of conditioning, a little bit of cardio for us. Up nice and tall, lots here. You can do just a regular jack, right? If the jump isn't there, you can take it to that step out from side to side. If you have any bladder issues, you can do arms and butt kicks, all right? Just as long as you're moving with that body, okay? Then we're going to go with a jackknife sit-up. So for this one, you're going to have those feet wide. We're going to flex through the feet. We're going to come down to the ground. We're going to do a sit-up. When we come up, we're going to twist, touching the toe, or you can bring those hands to the outside of the leg. Coming back down, you're going to sit up, coming up, touching to the outside, coming back down. Okay? If it's too much to do the full sit-up, feet are going to come flat to the ground, hands are going to come above the head, fingers are going to be together, and you're going to crunch, bringing yourself to the outside of the body, coming back down, crunch to the outside of the body, bringing back down. Now, if you wanted to, more of a challenge, you can have 1 or 2 weights. You can bring that weight with you above the head. Don't throw the arms, sit up as 1 and come out to the side and then come back down, bringing that weight down. Sit up as 1, come all the way up to the outside. Okay, so some challenges there. We're then going to come up, we're going to do a reverse lunge knee drive with a switch. So for the cardio end of it, it's going to be reverse lunge, knee drive, coming back down, switch. Reverse lunge, knee drive, coming back down into the switch. So you're in your reverse lunge already, doing that knee drive. If the jump isn't there, reverse lunge, knee drive, reverse lunge, and up, right? A step back, knee drive, step back, and up, okay? But if we can, we're in the reverse lunge, we're just gonna add that little plyo hop to it. Commandos, good for the upper body, definitely good for the core. So coming down to the ground, any kind of issues, you can do it from the knee or coming into your high plank position on the toes. You want to have those wrists right underneath the shoulders. You're going to come down, I'll go on my right, onto that elbow, lower yourself down. You're going to stay on your right, plant that hand underneath the shoulder, press yourself back up. Then you come down left, coming down, plant that hand, press up. We really want to be nice and tight through the core to help eliminate as much hip wiggle as possible. There might be a little bit, and that's okay. If not, from the toes, coming to the knees, coming down, down, and that big press up, okay? So commandos, and then we'll finish with cross-body high knees. So not just your regular high knee, I want you to think about adding a little twist and coming across the body every time you do it. So I like to have my hands together so I can come across and come across the body, okay? Little twist. If the jump isn't there, you're gonna drive and twist the body and drive the knee. Think about twisting from the core, okay? So lots of core work for you guys today, okay? We're gonna do the first round with you. I'm gonna use my timer. That way, if you don't wanna time it, you can just keep rewinding and going through 5 more times after we're done. Okay, we're gonna start with those squat variations. Like I said, anything you wanna do. Jump squats, weighted squats, squat hold, you name it, they're out there. Okay, 5 seconds. And we're gonna go for it. Whatever you've got going on today, here we go. So 30 seconds of work, coming into your squat, whatever you feel like you wanna do today. Good, really thinking about the glutes working here, wherever we're doing. Thinking about keeping those shoulders back, keeping that core engaged, setting that thumb down. Nice big press all the way up. Good, exhaling on the way up. Perfect, we're almost there. 30 seconds goes pretty fast, but we only have 10-second transition time and time, okay? So we're gonna go into our plank. I just want that basic plank. There's nothing wrong with just a basic plank. Really good for us, okay? Coming down to the ground. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So lock everything in, nice and tight here. Draw that belly in. Looking ahead just a little bit, and you gotta remember to breathe. Good. Coming to those knees if you have to. Keeping everything nice and tight for me. We got under 10 seconds to go. Our Russian twist is going to be next. And time. Okay, so now we're just going to roll over here onto our bums. We're going to get ready for that Russian twist. Remember to keep your shoulders pulled back, keep that chest up. You're going to hip back, and we're going to have that twist and that draw in. Every time you commit, you pull through that center. Inhale to come down, exhale to pull through center. Good job, you guys. Keep those shoulders back. Keep everything locked in. Really feel that belly. Good work. And time. Okay, jumping jacks. Up we go. Keeping your mat handy. You've got those jackknife sit-ups next. Ready? 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So if you've got that big jump, pull through the arms, find some resistance, pull through the inner thighs, squeeze the bum. If you're into your step out, nice and quick, same thing, nice big pull. Good work, you guys. Try to keep that tummy engaged. Beautiful, under 10, under 5. And time. Okay, jackknife sit-ups, down to the ground. Weighted or unweighted. Crunch, coming to the side. Lots of tension through those legs. Here we go. Use the belly lift and come off to the side. And then all the way back down. Good, don't throw the arms up, hold yourself up. All right, nice and controlled. Excellent. Little twist to the top. Beautiful, you guys. Tight, tight, tight. Almost there. And time. Okay, here's our lunge with our knee drive and our switch. So once we're in the lunge, we're in it, unless we're not adding that jump. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So lunge, knee drive, lunge, switch. Excellent. When you do that knee drive up through the belly, little pause, right? Flex the foot, be nice and strong with that knee drive. If you're just doing a step back, lunge, up, you're gonna reverse lunge, drive, lunge, up, right? Whatever variation works for you here. Get 6 times through so you can play around with it. All right, good work. Here come our commandos. So down to the ground. All right, get yourself ready. And here we go. So coming down, that big press all the way up. Coming down, nice big press. Excellent. Breathe, nice and strong. Think tight in the obliques, tight in the belly. Squeeze those glutes. And time. Okay, last exercise, cross body high knees. 30 seconds of work here. Remember, you want to have a little twist. We're going to go 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So I'm talking about pulling those knees up in front. You're going to use the belly. Into the twist, side to side. Almost there. 3, 2, time. Woo! All right, that's it. Conditioning and core all done. So you can rewind, do it 5 more times, or you need note, you're just gonna go for it. Crank your music, pass some fun. We'll see you next week.